Monica Lewinsky, a name that once sparked controversy and intense scrutiny, has transformed her life and legacy in unexpected ways. Far from the shadows of past scandals, Lewinsky has emerged as a formidable force in both advocacy and financial acumen. Her journey from the limelight of a high-profile affair to a respected figure in public speaking and social justice has not only reshaped her personal narrative, but also resulted in a substantial fortune. As Lewinsky's family reflects on her accomplishments and the considerable wealth she has amassed, their emotions are a poignant mix of pride and profound gratitude. It's time we see her groundbreaking transformation. Monica Lewinsky's life story is a profound example of resilience and transformation in the face of intense public scrutiny and personal challenges. Her journey from a central figure in one of the most notorious political scandals in modern history to a person seeking a more subdued and private life is both poignant and telling of her strength and character. In the late 1990s, Monica Lewinsky was thrust into the global spotlight as the central figure in the Bill Clinton impeachment scandal. The intense media frenzy and public discourse surrounding her affair with President Clinton not only overshadowed her personal life, but also had far-reaching consequences for her career and reputation. The scandal, characterized by allegations of infidelity and the subsequent investigation, led to an invasion of privacy that was both relentless and invasive. For Lewinsky, this period marked the beginning of a tumultuous chapter that would forever alter her life. In the aftermath of the scandal, Lewinsky faced immense challenges. The public's judgment and the media's relentless coverage created a difficult environment for her to navigate. Her name became synonymous with the scandal, overshadowing her personal and professional achievements. As a result, she found herself dealing with the lasting repercussions of being the face of a scandal that had significant political and social implications. Given this backdrop, Lewinsky's decision to live a more modest and private life is both understandable and revealing. She now resides in a small, unassuming home that starkly contrasts with the high-profile and highly scrutinized life she once led. This choice reflects a conscious shift towards seeking privacy and simplicity, elements that were starkly absent during the height of the scandal. Living in a modest home can be seen as a deliberate choice to create a sanctuary away from the prying eyes of the public and media. After years of living under a microscope, Lewinsky's preference for a quieter, more private existence is a testament to her desire for safety and personal peace. This move away from the limelight signifies a broader rejection of the fame and attention that once defined her public persona. The impact of the Bill Clinton scandal on Lewinsky's career and personal life has been profound. Despite her attempts to rebuild her life and career, the shadow of the scandal looms large. Her professional endeavors have often been overshadowed by her past, and while she has made efforts to contribute to various causes, including anti-bullying campaigns and public speaking, the stigma of the scandal remains a significant hurdle. One of the significant constraints Lewinsky faced was the immunity agreement she had entered into. This agreement, part of the broader investigation into the Clinton affair, placed strict limitations on what she could publicly disclose about her experiences. Despite these constraints, Lewinsky sought to share her side of the story in a controlled and strategic manner. Lewinsky found a way to tell her story through collaboration with British author Andrew Morton, known for his high-profile biographies. Morton's book, Monica's Story, was published in March 1999 and became a crucial platform for Lewinsky to present her perspective on the scandal. The biography provided an in-depth look at her experiences and the impact of the scandal on her life. Morton's work was instrumental in framing Lewinsky's narrative and offering a more personal account of the events that had unfolded. Monica's Story was also excerpted as a cover story in Time magazine, further amplifying Lewinsky's voice in the media. The publication of the book and the magazine feature was a strategic move to reach a broad audience and ensure that her side of the story was heard amidst the flurry of media coverage surrounding the scandal. Additionally, Lewinsky's high-profile interview with Barbara Walters on ABC's 2020 on March 3, 1999, was a pivotal moment in her post-scandal life. The interview attracted an unprecedented viewership, with 70 million Americans tuning in, making it a record-breaking event for a news show. Walters's interview provided Lewinsky with a significant platform to address the public directly, offering insights into her experiences and personal reflections. From her involvement in the book and the interview, Lewinsky earned substantial financial compensation. She reportedly made about $500,000 from her participation in the book, with an additional $1 million from the international rights to the Walters interview. Despite these earnings, Lewinsky was not immune to financial pressures. The high costs associated with legal fees and living expenses continued to weigh heavily on her. In June 1999, Monica Lewinsky's experience continued to spark significant public and scholarly discussion, reflecting the multifaceted impact of the scandal on feminist discourse and broader societal views. Ms. Magazine, a prominent feminist publication, featured a series of articles that examined Lewinsky's behavior and its implications for feminism through diverse lenses. The series included contributions from writers Susan Jane Gilman, Susie Bright, and author-host Abiola Abrams, each providing insights from their respective generational perspectives. Susan Jane Gilman's article delved into how Lewinsky's actions and the media portrayal of her intersected with feminist issues. Gilman explored whether Lewinsky's high-profile scandal could be understood through the lens of feminist theory and what it said about women's agency and autonomy in a public context. The discussion centered on whether Lewinsky's role as a figure in a scandalous affair with a powerful man was a reflection of feminist progress or a setback for women's representation. Susie Bright's contribution to the Ms. Magazine series examined the scandal from a politics perspective. Bright's analysis focused on the dynamics at play and how Lewinsky's personal choices were scrutinized and judged in a way that highlighted broader societal attitudes towards females. Bright argued that Lewinsky's experience underscored the harsh judgment women face regarding their behavior and how this judgment is often influenced by societal power structures and media sensationalism. Abiola Abrams provided a generational perspective on Lewinsky's situation. Abrams's analysis reflected on how different generations of women perceived and responded to Lewinsky's story. This examination included how the generational divide affected the understanding of Lewinsky's actions and the broader implications for feminist discourse. Abrams highlighted how varying attitudes toward feminism influenced the way Lewinsky was viewed and treated in the media. The publication of these articles represented a significant moment in feminist scholarship, as it provided a platform to explore the complexities of Lewinsky's situation beyond the sensational headlines. The diverse perspectives offered in Ms. Magazine illustrated the broader implications of the scandal on feminist thought and the challenges of addressing women's experiences within a media-driven public sphere. In addition to the academic and media discussions, Lewinsky's personal reflections and actions during this period further illustrated the challenges she faced. In 1999, Lewinsky declined to sign an autograph at an airport, stating, "I'm kind of known for something that's not so great to be known for." This remark highlighted her awareness of the stigma attached to her public persona and her desire to distance herself from the scandal's negative associations. It also reflected the personal struggle she faced in reconciling her identity with the public perception shaped by the scandal. Lewinsky's cameo appearances on the May 8, 1999, episode of NBC's Saturday Night Live represented another facet of her public life during this period. The show had extensively lampooned her relationship with President Clinton over the prior 16 months, making her a frequent target of satire and parody. Her decision to appear on the show, even in a self-deprecating manner, was a form of reclaiming her narrative and engaging with the public discourse in a controlled way. In September 1999, Monica Lewinsky embarked on a new business venture, marking a significant shift from her tumultuous past to a more entrepreneurial and creative endeavor. She launched a line of handbags under the brand name The Real Monica Inc. This venture was not only a personal project, but also a strategic move to redefine her public image and leverage her name in a positive, productive way. The handbag line was characterized by its distinct design and aesthetic. Lewinsky's collection featured what New York Magazine described as hippie-ish reversible totes. These bags were designed with a sense of casual, eclectic style that reflected a blend of functionality and fashion. The choice to create reversible totes allowed for versatility and practicality, catering to a market that appreciated both style and utility. The decision to design and sell these handbags was driven by Lewinsky's desire to channel her creative energy into a new project that could help rebuild her public image. She was deeply involved in the design process, ensuring that the products met her standards and aligned with her vision. This hands-on approach extended to overseeing the manufacturing process, which took place in Louisiana. Lewinsky traveled frequently to supervise the production of her handbags, demonstrating her commitment to quality and her active role in the business. The handbags were available for purchase through various high-profile retail outlets, adding an element of prestige to the brand. The line was sold online, making it accessible to a broad audience. Additionally, the handbags were featured at Henri Bendel in New York, Fred Segal in California, and The Cross in London. These retail locations were well regarded in the fashion world, which helped to position Lewinsky's handbags in a favorable light and attract attention from fashion-conscious consumers. The Real Monica Inc. represented a significant pivot for Lewinsky, offering her a platform to showcase her design skills and entrepreneurial spirit. This new venture was part of a broader effort to move beyond the scandal that had defined her public life and create a positive narrative around her personal and professional achievements. By focusing on a tangible product like handbags, Lewinsky aimed to reframe her public persona and demonstrate her capability in the fashion industry. However, the venture also came with its challenges. Despite the high-profile retail locations and Lewinsky's involvement in the design and production process, the handbag line faced the complexities of market competition and consumer perception. The baggage of her past was a constant presence, influencing how the public and critics perceived her new business. In early 2000, Monica Lewinsky took a significant step in her post-scandal life by entering into a $1 million endorsement deal with Jenny Craig Inc., a well-known diet company. This endorsement marked a notable shift in her public profile and showcased her transition into a new phase of her life, focusing on personal transformation and public engagement through a commercial platform. The endorsement deal required Lewinsky to lose 40 or more pounds within a 6-month period. This goal was both ambitious and challenging, given the scrutiny she was under. Despite her desire to lead a more private life, Lewinsky agreed to the contract as a means to address her substantial legal fees and to promote a product she genuinely believed in. Her choice to publicly endorse Jenny Craig was also a strategic move to rebuild her image and demonstrate her commitment to personal change and well-being. A spokesperson for Jenny Craig emphasized that Lewinsky was chosen for the campaign because she represented a busy, active woman of today with a hectic lifestyle and had experienced weight issues and struggles that resonated with many American women. This angle was intended to position Lewinsky as a relatable figure who embodied the challenges faced by a broad demographic, thereby making her an effective spokesperson for the brand's message of weight management and personal health. However, the decision to feature Lewinsky in Jenny Craig's advertising campaign proved to be controversial. The choice was met with criticism and backlash from various quarters, including some of Jenny Craig's private franchises, which opted to revert to older advertising campaigns. This reaction highlighted the complexities of Lewinsky's public persona and the challenges Jenny Craig faced in managing the public's perception of their brand. The backlash and the controversy surrounding Lewinsky's endorsement led to a swift and somewhat tumultuous outcome. Jenny Craig halted the airing of the Lewinsky ads in February 2000 and decided to conclude her campaign entirely by April 2000. The company ultimately paid Lewinsky only $300,000 of the $1 million originally contracted for her involvement. This decision underscored the difficulties Lewinsky faced in leveraging her public image for commercial opportunities and the impact of ongoing controversy on her career prospects. At this time, Monica Lewinsky embarked on a fresh chapter of her life, marked by a move to New York City and a significant shift in her public and social engagements. Her relocation to the vibrant West Village, a neighborhood known for its trendy and eclectic atmosphere, represented a deliberate effort to immerse herself in the dynamic social scene of Manhattan. This move was not just a change in geography, but also a strategic attempt to reinvent her image and forge a new path amidst the city's bustling cultural landscape. In February 2000, Lewinsky made a notable appearance on MTV's The Tom Green Show. This episode was particularly memorable as it featured Tom Green taking Lewinsky to his parents' home in Ottawa to search for fabric for her handbag business. The visit showcased Lewinsky's continued involvement in her entrepreneurial pursuits, specifically her efforts to develop and promote her handbag line. This light-hearted segment offered a glimpse into her efforts to balance her personal and professional life while also engaging with a broader audience in a more relaxed and informal setting. Later in 2000, Lewinsky broadened her media presence by taking on a role as a correspondent for Channel 5 in the UK. On the show Monica's Postcards, she reported on various aspects of U.S. culture and trends from different locations. This role allowed Lewinsky to reframe her public image and demonstrate her versatility beyond the confines of the scandal that had previously defined her life. Her work as a correspondent involved exploring and reporting on diverse cultural topics, which helped to position her as a commentator on broader societal issues and trends. In March 2002, Lewinsky appeared in the HBO special Monica in Black and White, which was part of the America Undercover series. This appearance was significant as it marked a shift in Lewinsky's public narrative. By this time, she was no longer bound by the terms of her immunity agreement, which had previously restricted her ability to speak freely about her experiences. In the HBO special, Lewinsky addressed a studio audience, answering questions about her life and the Clinton affair. The special provided her with a platform to offer her perspective on the events that had so profoundly impacted her life, and to engage in a more candid and reflective dialogue about her experiences. In 2003, Monica Lewinsky took a significant leap into the world of television by hosting the reality dating program Mr. Personality on the Fox television network. This role marked a notable turn in her career, as she transitioned from her earlier ventures into a new form of media engagement. In Mr. Personality, Lewinsky played the role of an advisor to young women contestants who were tasked with selecting potential suitors who were hidden behind masks. The show's concept was designed to focus on personality rather than physical appearance, and Lewinsky's role was to offer guidance and insight to the contestants throughout the process. The decision to host a reality dating show was met with mixed reactions. Some Americans organized efforts to boycott the advertisers on the show, protesting what they saw as Lewinsky's attempt to profit from her past notoriety. This backlash highlighted the continued sensitivity surrounding Lewinsky's public image and the scrutiny she faced when engaging in high-profile media projects. Despite the controversy, Mr. Personality debuted to very high ratings, underscoring a significant public interest in Lewinsky's new venture and her ongoing appeal as a media personality. The critical reception of Lewinsky's hosting role was more favorable. Alessandra Stanley, writing for the New York Times, praised Lewinsky's foray into television, noting that she had finally found a fitting niche on television after years of trying to capitalize on her fame through various self-marketing schemes, including her handbag line. Stanley's commentary reflected a broader recognition of Lewinsky's efforts to reinvent herself and find a new avenue for her career in the wake of her earlier controversies. In addition to her hosting role on Mr. Personality, Lewinsky appeared on several other television programs in 2003, further establishing her presence in the media landscape. She made guest appearances on V. Graham Norton in the UK, High Chaparral in Sweden, and The View and Jimmy Kimmel Live in the United States. These appearances were part of her broader strategy to engage with different audiences and to continue building her public profile in a variety of media formats. In the wake of Bill Clinton's 2004 autobiography, My Life, Monica Lewinsky felt compelled to address the portrayal of their relationship, expressing her dissatisfaction and frustration in an interview with the British tabloid Daily Mail. Clinton's memoir, which offered a comprehensive look at his presidency and personal life, sparked renewed scrutiny of his past relationships and controversies, including his affair with Lewinsky. In her interview, Lewinsky voiced a deep sense of disappointment and betrayal regarding Clinton's handling of their past. She accused Clinton of being a revisionist of history and of failing to make amends through his book. Her critique was sharp and personal, reflecting a broader discontent with how she felt Clinton had chosen to frame their relationship. Lewinsky specifically pointed out that Clinton had lied about various aspects of their affair and had not provided an honest account of their interactions. Lewinsky made it clear that while she did not expect Clinton to delve into the details of their relationship in the book, she was nonetheless troubled by his failure to address or correct the false statements he had previously made in order to protect the presidency. In her view, Clinton's portrayal of their relationship was misleading and damaging, suggesting that he presented their affair as a one-sided affair where she was the aggressor, a notion she vehemently disputed. Describing Clinton's depiction of their relationship as portraying her as a buffet of sorts, Lewinsky emphasized that the characterization was both demeaning and inaccurate. She rejected the implication that she had passively offered herself up for exploitation and criticized Clinton for failing to acknowledge the mutual nature of their relationship. According to Lewinsky, the affair had been mutual on all levels, from its inception to its continuation, and she felt strongly that Clinton's portrayal had unjustly diminished her character. By 2005, Monica Lewinsky found herself grappling with the relentless nature of media scrutiny that had overshadowed both her professional and personal life. The constant attention and invasive coverage had become a significant burden, leading her to make considerable changes in her approach to both her career and lifestyle. One notable shift was her decision to cease operations of her handbag line. Launched in 1999 under the brand name The Real Monica Inky, her line of handbags had initially garnered considerable attention, but the continued public scrutiny and the fallout from her past made it increasingly difficult for her to focus on this venture. The decision to halt her handbag business was part of a broader effort to retreat from the public eye and seek a more private life. In a bid to escape the pervasive spotlight of the U.S. media, Lewinsky relocated to London in 2005. Her move was motivated by a desire for a fresh start and a more discreet lifestyle. In London, she enrolled at the London School of Economics, pursuing a Master of Science degree in social psychology. Her choice to study social psychology reflected a desire to understand and analyze human behavior, particularly in relation to media influence and public perception. Lewinsky's time at the London School of Economics proved to be a transformative period for her. In December 2006, she successfully graduated with a Master of Science degree. Her thesis, titled In Search of the Impartial Juror, An Exploration of the Third-Person Effect in Pretrial Publicity, delved into the complex interplay between media coverage, public perception, and legal proceedings. The thesis reflected her academic interest in understanding the impact of media on public opinion and the justice system, topics that were deeply relevant to her own experiences. During the decade following the height of the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal, Monica Lewinsky faced numerous challenges as she attempted to rebuild her life away from the intense media scrutiny that had once dominated her existence. In 2009, Lewinsky re-engaged with the public sphere in a specific way by corresponding with Ken Gormley, a scholar who was working on an in-depth study of the Clinton scandals. Gormley's research focused on the broader implications of the scandals and the legal and personal ramifications for those involved. During their correspondence, Lewinsky maintained a critical stance regarding Bill Clinton's testimony under oath. She asserted that Clinton had lied when asked detailed and specific questions about their relationship. This position was consistent with her long-standing critique of how Clinton had represented their affair and her ongoing dissatisfaction with the public narratives surrounding their interactions. The year 2013 brought a peculiar twist to Lewinsky's ongoing saga when items associated with her, which had been turned over to independent counsel Kenneth Starr during his investigation, were put up for auction. The items had come into the possession of Blyler's ex-wife, who decided to auction them. This situation was a reminder of how Lewinsky's personal life continued to be commodified and scrutinized even years after the scandal had initially erupted. Throughout this period, Lewinsky's efforts to lead a more private and meaningful life were often thwarted by her notoriety. She spent time living in various cities, including London, Los Angeles, New York, and Portland. Despite her attempts to distance herself from her past and engage in new professional opportunities, she encountered significant difficulties finding employment in her desired fields. Specifically, Lewinsky faced obstacles in securing positions within communications and marketing roles for nonprofit organizations. Her high profile and the lingering stigma from the scandal made it challenging for her to pursue these career paths, even when she was interviewed for such positions. In May 2014, Monica Lewinsky made a significant return to the public eye with a deeply introspective essay published in Vanity Fair magazine titled Shame and Survival. This essay marked a pivotal moment in Lewinsky's efforts to reclaim her narrative and address the complexities of her past. It was an opportunity for her to articulate her experiences and reflections on the infamous scandal that had dominated her life for over a decade. In Shame and Survival, Lewinsky provided a candid account of her life during and after the Clinton scandal. She maintained that the relationship between her and President Bill Clinton, while consensual, was complex and fraught with power imbalances. Lewinsky expressed that while the affair was mutual, she felt that Clinton, given his position of power, had taken advantage of her vulnerability. Despite this, she emphasized the consensual nature of the relationship, aiming to clarify the circumstances surrounding their interactions. The essay conveyed a profound sense of regret and self-reflection. Lewinsky wrote, "I, myself, deeply regret what happened between me and President Clinton. Let me say it again. I, myself, deeply regret what happened." This repeated affirmation of regret was a deliberate attempt to address the public's perception of her role in the scandal and to underscore her personal remorse over the events. Her statement highlighted her ongoing struggle with the fallout from the affair and her desire to make amends for her past actions. Lewinsky also used the essay as a platform to declare her intention to stick my head above the parapet so that I can take back my narrative and give a purpose to my past. This declaration was significant in her journey towards reclaiming control over her story and shifting the focus from the scandal to her own personal growth and contributions. By taking this step, Lewinsky aimed to transform her past experiences into a source of strength and to find a way to contribute meaningfully to public discourse. Following the publication of the essay, Vanity Fair announced that Lewinsky would be joining their team as a contributor. The magazine stated that she would contribute to their website on an ongoing basis, focusing on relevant topics of interest. This role as a contributor was an opportunity for Lewinsky to engage with a broader audience and participate in discussions on a range of subjects, allowing her to utilize her experiences and insights in a constructive manner. In July 2014, Monica Lewinsky made a notable return to the spotlight with a significant television appearance in a three-part series on the National Geographic Channel titled The 90s, The Last Great Decade. This documentary series revisited key events from the 1990s, including the scandal that had thrust Lewinsky into the national consciousness. It marked her first major interview in over a decade, offering her a platform to reflect on the impact of the scandal and her experiences during that tumultuous period. In October 2014, Lewinsky took a decisive public stand against cyberbullying, which she described as a personal battle she had faced. She termed herself patient zero of online harassment, emphasizing her role as an early and high-profile victim of the Internet's toxic environment. During a speech at Forbes magazine's 30 Under 30 Summit, Lewinsky discussed her experiences with online shaming and harassment, expressing a strong desire to help others who faced similar issues. Her remarks were deeply influenced by the tragic story of Tyler Clementi, a Rutgers University freshman whose suicide had been precipitated by cyberbullying. Clementi's story resonated with Lewinsky and further motivated her advocacy work. To amplify her message and connect with a broader audience, Lewinsky joined Twitter in October 2014. This move was part of her effort to engage with the public and promote awareness about the dangers and consequences of cyberbullying. By using social media, she aimed to facilitate a conversation about online harassment and its impact on individuals. Lewinsky's advocacy continued to gain momentum in 2015. In March, she delivered a TED Talk that called for a more compassionate approach to the Internet. Her talk, titled The Price of Shame, highlighted the need for empathy and understanding in the digital age. Lewinsky's TED Talk was well received and became a cornerstone of her public campaign against online harassment. In June 2015, Lewinsky further solidified her commitment to combating cyberbullying by becoming an ambassador and strategic advisor for Bystander Revolution, an anti-bullying organization. Her role with Bystander Revolution involved working on strategies to address and prevent bullying, leveraging her own experiences to inform and inspire others. That same month, she also spoke at the Cannes Lions International Festival of Creativity, delivering a speech focused on anti-cyberbullying efforts and promoting a culture of kindness. Later in September 2015, Lewinsky appeared on Good Morning America for an interview with Amy Robach, where she discussed Bystander Revolution's Month of Action campaign for National Bullying Prevention Month. Her involvement in this campaign underscored her ongoing commitment to addressing bullying and supporting victims. In October 2017, Lewinsky contributed to the conversation on online harassment by writing the foreword for Shame Nation, The Global Epidemic of Online Hate, a book by Sue Sheff and Melissa Shore. This book explored the pervasive issue of online hate and harassment, further cementing Lewinsky's role as an advocate for victims of cyberbullying. On August 6, 2019, it was announced that the Clinton-Lewinsky scandal would be the central theme of the third season of the acclaimed television series American Crime Story, titled Impeachment. This season, which began production in October 2020, explores the intricate and highly publicized scandal involving President Bill Clinton and Monica Lewinsky. The series premiered on September 7, 2021, and is based on Jeffrey Toobin's book, A Vast Conspiracy, the real story of the sex scandal that nearly brought down a president. Monica Lewinsky, who had become a prominent figure due to the scandal, took on a significant role in the production of the series. Notably, she served as a co-producer, a role that allowed her to have direct influence over how her story was portrayed. This involvement was a critical step in reclaiming her narrative and contributing to a more nuanced representation of her experiences. The series is composed of 10 episodes and portrays the scandal from various perspectives, emphasizing the impact on all individuals involved. Beanie Feldstein, known for her work in films such as Booksmart, was cast as Monica Lewinsky. Feldstein's portrayal aimed to capture the complexities and emotional depth of Lewinsky's experience during the scandal. In an interview with Kara Swisher for the New York Times opinion podcast Sway, Lewinsky reflected on the portrayal of the scandal and its broader implications. She expressed a sense of loss over the way truth and context were sidelined during the events of 1998. According to Lewinsky, "I think that the first thing that went out the door in 1998 was the truth, and the second was context. And there's no nuance." Her comments underscore the reductionist approach taken by the media and public discourse at the time, which often stripped the individuals involved of their complexity and humanity. Lewinsky's insight into the scandal reveals how the narrative was manipulated for political gain or sensationalism. She felt that she, along with other women involved, was reduced in different ways to serve purposes for other people, whether for political points or financial profit. This reductionist view not only distorted public perception, but also had profound personal consequences for those at the center of the scandal. The portrayal in Impeachment sought to address some of these issues by providing a more comprehensive view of the scandal. The show aimed to highlight the personal and political dynamics that shaped the events, offering a more nuanced look at the people involved and the broader implications of the scandal. What do you think about the achievements that Monica Lewinsky has tried to build after the scandal? Leave us your comments in the section below. We hope you have found this helpful video. Don't forget to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you like it. Thank you for watching this, and see you in the next videos. Goodbye.